What is up, YouTube? Good morning. Happy Thursday, I believe. Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream here for a little hangout sesh. Hope you're all doing well. Some pretty good news today. Not a ton going on in the cryptocurrency world, but one of the small cap community tokens in our space did get listed on KuCoin, which is a pretty big flex. Celsius, the big old exchange that was going under, has seemed to pay off their last bit of Bitcoin loan, and it looks like the Saitama Maxis are just as clueless as ever. We'll get into that right now. First, make sure you clickety-clack that like button, baby. Good morning. What's up, babies? Push us up in the old algorithm. What's up, chat? We got Bree in the chat. What's up, Bree? Number one in the chat, number one in our hearts. What's up, Steve the Canadian? What's up, baby? We got Gabe, MBK201, EA, what's up, baby? Selmo Fudd, Sacco, what's up, baby? Gordon, Hitoshi, good morning, good morning. Grant, what's up, baby? What's up, G Vibes? What's going on, bro? Professor 2 Crypto, it's an amazing morning. Pace of base going absolutely insane, nutty, out of this world, bonkers. What's up, Dark Knight? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. And I am taking a new partnership with Nutraceutical Finance. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting news. And we'll talk on that launch here in a second. We're going to be live streaming the launch. What's up, Manny? How you doing? Yes, the knee is doing a lot better. Pace of base going crazy. It's insane, buddy Eddie. What's up, Rowena? How you doing? Yeah, it's on KuCoin. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go. Grunts lead the way, baby. I got the white monster energy this morning. Let's go, baby. Clickety clack that like button. You got some big news for me. What, Bernie? What's up? Terrarium gets on. We'll see about that. Thank you, Leslie. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's jump into this news. All right, so here's the FX. So this is cold down right here. A little bit of a price pump today, up 34% in an hour. In 24 hours. That's actually pretty good. We'll see if it starts getting more traction as the day goes on. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? And here's the actual article. So Colt DAO gets listed on KuCoin. Awesome. So the trading will start July 8th, so very soon at UTC. So probably very, very soon. Withdrawals will start on July 9th. So pretty cool. Awesome. So, of course, they put out the risk warning. But, what's funny is that, Saitama was supposed to get, remember when Saitama was supposed to get listed on KuCoin and it never happened? I doubt this is not going to happen because it's going to be trading in a few hours here. You know what I mean? Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So congratulations if you're in Colt. I know there's a lot of Colt DAO people out there. They have a real Colt following. No fucking pun intended. 65,000 followers on Twitter. That's actually crazy. And they talked about it this morning. Now, like I said before, like a lot of tokens, they don't get to this point. KuCoin's no small feat. KuCoin's a good exchange. It's one of the bigger ones. So absolutely insane. You say Saitama lied? I know, right? Absolutely. Roddy, stand up and yell, "I'm alive, bitch." I already did that. Absolutely nutty. Yeah, Saitama jumped the gun. They did. Yeah, it sucked. That sucked because the price pumped like crazy because of that, right? What's up, Papa? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. Or we call him Daddy now, right? Crypto Crush, what's up, baby? Check Colt total supply. I'm pretty sure it's crazy. Let's go to and we're gonna buy some Ethereum today. I already bought some. I actually put a few $1,000s into some Ethereum today. $2,000. I know it's probably not the best time to buy the dip, but I bought it last night. Oh my god, the max supply is all sixes. This is some demonic shit. What the hell? 6666666. You motherfuckers are crazy as hell. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the biggest deal, but hey, it's KuCoin. It's one of the bigger guys in our space. So you have to keep that in mind. KuCoin's no small joke, right? What's up, Crypto Harvest? How you doing? What up, cuh? So good for them. Good for them. All right. The entire cryptocurrency market is up 3% today. Let's go check out our crypto bubbles, get a better idea. I mean, we could see on Coinbase, Coin Market Cap, but we like this visual a little better. Look at that. Bitcoin up 4% today. Ethereum up 7.8% today. If you're trading, if you're making some money, doing your thing, hey, man, actually might just take that $2,000 I put in last night out. You know what I mean? That's a few percentage gains right there, baby. Let's go. You keep doing that. If you guys have Coinbase One or Coinbase Pro, You could do trades like that and not worry about the fees, because the fees are what kill people. But what's up, Rorschach? How you doing? Shib is adding an eighth. Yeah, I gave Shiba Inu a lot of criticism yesterday. A lot of people didn't like that, but I think it was criticism well deserved. I think that article was stupid. I think it was dumb. I think it was whack. Right now, let's talk about something else real quick, and we'll get into the Celsius news, because Celsius that's pretty interesting, right? Look at these Saitama dorks. Look at these dorks. Look at these dorks. Look at these guys. Do you guys remember? Let me get my headphones on. Do you guys remember when that BNB token called Zoro Mask? Let's see if we can get on here. Zoro Mask drop, right? Zoro. Remember when that shitcoin dropped and it was pretty much a copy of Saitama Mask? Now, the Saitama Wolfpack are so stupid and so just dumb. These guys literally thought I was shilling it. They have no self-awareness to know that it was just a roast, that it was funny because another project coming into the space wants to do the exact same thing, right? I don't know where they put it at, but here was my mentions at. It's probably my mentions. If they are so like just so like out of this world, like out of this worldly dumb. Gotta find it. That all the Saitama Maxis in this space. Yes, that's the one, Bernie. Zoro Bike. Yeah. Can't find it right now. But they keep tagging me in it. And it's I don't did it like where'd it go? What the hell? Let's see. They keep tagging me in this post that one of the Saitama Max is like, "Oh, Rodney, you shilled this. Oh, you shilled it." It's like no one ever shilled it. It was a roast video. You guys are out of your mind. You don't have any sense of humor, which is absolutely insane. I don't know where it's at. I can't find it. I get tagged in so many like shill posts? Yeah, I don't know where it's at. Maybe like Twitter just like stopped tagging me and things like that. I saw it this morning though. It should be like close by. Where's it at? What the hell? What the hell? Yeah, I don't know where it's at, but these Saitama guys keep tagging me in some old videos. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. Damn. Can't find it. Spencer with a $5 donation says, I told you about Pesa before I did an 8X. I'm telling you again, you want to check out Dreams sooner than later. Big things are coming 24 hours soon. Okay, let's go. What are my opinions on Colt DAO? I don't have a ton of opinion on Colt DAO. I think it's a good project. I don't think it's a bad project. Dude, I want to find that post now. And Pesa base going absolutely crazy though. Look at that. Oh, here it is. Is this it? Is it? No, it's not. It's got some guy talking shit about terrarium. Whatever, but they're pretty. They don't. They're kind of like not self-aware. You know what I mean? War Pigs launches tonight. Nice. We were supposed to do some sort of deal, but they never got back to me. So, Zoro, Rodney Zoro's the main dev for Zoro Mask. You're so stupid. I did not invest in Colt out. No, I did not. But it's good to see a small cap token in the space like this. Small-ish cap. I mean, it's not a bad market cap. 54 million is no small feat, but it's like to see this. Yes, Dream. It's nice to see this. Yes, Dream is on ETH. So it's crazy to me, right? So let's go ahead and check out Celsius real quick and see what's going on with them, with Watch It Grew and whatnot, because I think this is actually a big deal in the space. Where's the Celsius? Okay, here it is. So this is a big deal, right? So Celsius Network completely pays off its Bitcoin loan. Liquidation price hits 0. Did I take away your wrench, Edgar? I don't remember doing that. I don't remember doing that. Yeah, a lot of people need to stop hyping up Saitama, but they're going to keep doing it anyways, right? So this is pretty cool. So Celsius Network has completely paid off its entire Bitcoin loan, dropping its liquidation price to $0. Celsius has been on a debt clearance spree as the crypto lending platform has been paying off millions against its Bitcoin loan recently. The last payment before today's payment on July 5th, when the firm paid off $40.8 million. Now, this is nice, right? This is nice. This is good for cryptocurrency. You know, this thing absolutely going under would have been super bad because a lot of people helped Celsius out. So today the firm cleared its Bitcoin loan, paying off another $41.2 million. The payment dropped the liquidation price, which stood at this is wrong. To an absolute 0. Oh, okay. I see what it means. To an absolute 0. The entire payment history can be viewed here. So that's awesome. And it's better for the people who had their money on this platform, right? Because you have to think about that. That's the problem with crypto nowadays is that, you know, it's just too risky when it comes to these sorts of things. You know, you trust crypto, you trust DeFi, you listen to this team talk. They talk this big game up about how, you know, don't trust banks, don't trust that, and then they ended up locking your money and making you have a heart attack for months. Now, will everybody get all of their money back they put in this exchange? I don't know, but we'll have to see. You know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. Yes, Pace going absolutely crazy. I mean, we've been talking about this for a while, and I'm going to grab my fan real quick because it is hotter than a motherfucker in here. But while we're doing that, look at Pace. Now it's actually a little bit of a pullback, but still, look at this chart. Absolutely insane in a market like this. All right, what I miss? What's up, baby? What's up? Yeah, look at this chart, baby. Can Ethereum go under 1K? This is my number one to buy more. Yes, it can. Speaking of that, we got to go ahead and buy the dip. Nice. DJ portfolio not looking bad. I think we're down $40,000 or like more than $40,000 all time on this guy. So we are not doing well. But you know what? That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. You know, 1.9. Actually, this is good. This brings our. All right, cool. Let's go, baby. Let's add some ETH to that, baby. Yeah. Yeah, we were getting riggedy wrecked like all the time. We're not doing good. We are not doing good. Praying it drops to 700. Yeah, but Pesa going absolutely crazy, man. We'll see if it has some sort of pullback, but it'd only be natural for it to have a pullback. Up 100% on the weekend. Has a decent amount of liquidity in it. I have heard of Seifu. I don't really trust Seifu anymore. I think they're in cahoots with that Clear Cryptos project, which is not going to be good because I have a hunch or inkling that they're going to go ahead and take over. Safeway is going to take over Clear Cryptos. Excuse me, Clear Cryptos is going to take over Safeway and just steal their community. I was watching some sort of I was reading their Telegram, and the Telegram was talking about it. I've been waiting for a pullback. It might not come for a while. I actually bought the dip at 20 cents. So I put another like almost, I put a couple BNB at 20 cents. So I'm up big time. So it feels good to be up really big in that play. So we'll see what happens with it. Damn, I really want to find those notifications of those Saitama people talking crap because it's absolutely hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Because it's like there's no self-awareness, with the Saitama people. Where is it at, man? I can't find it. Where's it? You know what doesn't get much coverage these days again is Everrise, You saying you're getting wrecked makes me feel worse about my DM. Wait, did you re-DM me, Steve? I don't think I saw it. Oh, we're not that wrecked, Steve. We're good. But in the grand scheme of things, that's just the stream portfolio. There it is. Is this it? Yes. Okay. So you have this weird Saitama Maxis. I think his name is Bardo. First of all, my account keeps getting reported by Twitter, and Twitter lets me know. It's just they say, hey, this is not violating any of our terms. This guy says, Joker's like Crypto Journey calls himself a YouTube influencer and promotes this type of shit. Shows he has no clue. YouTube, keep an eye out for this guy. He thinks it's a game. Hopeless is an understatement. Thought I would share before deletes. Remember this video I made, the joke video I made about a copy of Saitama coming out? They thought I was promoting this. The self-awareness is you know what happened? They didn't even watch the video. It was a joke. We were roasting both projects. You dummies. God damn, these guys are so Certic put a some sort of law enforcement action, some sort of investigation, or some sort of exit scam. It's a scam, right? It's funny because CZ actually followed this project. It's like, dude, it's a joke. It was funny. It was funny. Ha ha ha. Ha ha joke. Stupids. You say Saitama Maxis are so dumb. But look it. I'd be mad too if I was still in a project. Look at this. Wolfpack for life. Save some ass for the rest of us, Bardo. Jesus, look at this guy. Wolfpack for life, baby. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, look at this. What? Zoro mask? What? That looks familiar. What? Remember the roast? Oh yeah, Zoro because some shitcoin project came out called Zoro Mask. And it was funny at the time because they were pretty much copying what Saitama was doing, right? Pretty much showing, no originality. And we thought it was funny because look at Zoro, that guy's from a fucking cartoon. Obviously, it's not a serious project, but we were trolling the Saitama people because it's fun to troll them. And they literally took this serious. You stupids. This guy's promoting Zoro Mask. This guy's promoting scams. It's like, they're so dim. Like, a light bulb that's flickering. That's the Saitama community for fucking in a inanimate object. Just a flickering light bulb. Just dim. Just no one's home. Just nobody's home. What's up, Ozzy? What's up, baby? Just nobody is home. Stupid idiots. And it was funny because CZ actually followed them. CZ actually followed them. Promoting scams like this. Why the you guys are so these guys are so dense. Like dense. Literally dense. Oh Lord. You can't, you know what I mean? You can't really do it. You can put your tokens. I think this. Yeah, right, Rorschach. Lord have mercy. Oh god, these guys are absolutely insane, right? Austin Ice Swallow, baby, let's go. Oh, dense, dense, dense. Dense people. Oh god. Lord have mercy. Oh god. You can't make this stuff up. But I saw Don't Look Up last night. Have you guys seen that movie? That's pretty cool. It's a pretty good movie. Edgar lost his wrench. Edgar, I didn't even know you had a wrench. Did you lose a wrench? I'll check that out. I actually remember that video perfectly. It was hilarious, and CZ was low key trolling Saitama. Exactly, exactly. Crypto Harvest. These guys are so dumb. Promoting scams like this as they're actively getting scams. What happened to that diamond hand that was talking all that Sata shit? Today's listing of cult shows everyone that Saitama will never get listed on KuCoin or any top tier exchanges ever. That's crazy, right? KuCoin, I mean, Colt out getting listed on KuCoin is crazy to me. You know, it's crazy. Good for them. Good for them. You know, I gave it to you yesterday. I didn't take. I don't remember that. Don't worry, I'll make you a mod again. Is Saitama still a thing? Yes, it is. That movie is so damn weird. It's actually good. Don't Look Up was a good movie. Leonardo DiCaprio is such a good actor. Such a good actor. What's a Bronterok? Exactly. Yeah. At the end of the movie, I knew that's what it was going on when she like approached that. Like, oh, she's about to die to a Bronterok. And I will be doing a partnership with Nutraceutical Finance. So we worked something out, worked out a nice little deal. We'll see what's going on with this project. We're going to do the live stream of the launch in a few days here. Now, buy if you want. If you don't want to invest, that's cool. You know, do your own thing. I'm not telling you to invest. Do your own thing. Who cares? They want to make supplements. We'll see how good they do. They're going to put out a roadmap of their supplements, and we'll see what happens. So we'll see what happens with Nutraceutical Finance. Now, a lot of people have been showing me old posts and stuff like that. And sent me things about this project, you know. But look at, I hold these products to a high standard. If they don't deliver on what they're going to say, well, then you know they don't deliver. So we'll have to see what's going on with that. But for right now, we're going to see how they do. How can I come do an AMA with you? You mean like for a project? I did not listen to the Binance AMA. What did they say? Actually, let me check that out. Is that on YouTube? Actually, a big deal. You know what's crazy is that Binance has been kind of silent in all of this when it comes to, you know, what's the guy named? The fucking FTX guy just buying up everything. Like the Binance has been kind of quiet, right? They haven't been saying much, which is actually pretty interesting. But I'm sure they're plotting and scheming as they do, you know. Binance always up to something, which, you know, that's what we like to see. But I wish they were a little more vocal about those sorts of things, right? I think they'd be good if they were a little more vocal, a little more active in the community, whatnot. When it comes to like their opinions and a lot of these things failing and needing bailouts and stuff like that. But here's the thing: they were super active with Terra Luna and talking about Terra Luna. So, I mean, it is what it is with that. But let's see. The cool thing, if you guys watch Meet Kevin yesterday, he had a really good interview with Kevin O'Leary and another guy who was a leader of another project, which is so good. I wish I can. Let's see if this is broken up. If this is broken up, we'll watch this little clip because Kevin O'Leary, man, it's good to have him. Kevin O'Leary and people like that sort on like the side of cryptocurrency. That's what you want, and I don't think this is broken apart. So, man, yeah, this is 38 minutes, so we're not going to obviously watch this whole thing because I thought it was really, really good. But we do have a clear value tax video, and I think we should watch that because it's very, very good. My fucking favorite guy on the internet. And this has to do with, it's 13 minutes though. That's kind of a lot. Let's watch it. Let's react to it a little bit because I think it's very important.
I want to give you a heads up. The debt crisis has finally caught up to us. The Federal Reserve, they're going to have a very difficult time.
So the debt crisis is pretty much the debt crisis of the nation. We have a lot of debt, but it's like no one really pays attention to it because it's like, we're the USA. But will it catch up to us?
They're going to have trouble saving us from this recession. I spoke about this previously, but I just scratched the surface. So in today's video, I'm going to go into detail and explain to you what is happening. And this is very important because your day-to-day life is going to be affected. Your job, your livelihood, your standard of living. So I think it's important that you are aware of what is about to happen to you. So here's what you know so far. You know that we're seeing the highest rate of inflation in 40 years. Interest rates are going up. And our
and look here's the thing. This has everything to do with cryptocurrency. It does. It has everything to do with cryptocurrency. Keep that in mind. This is important for cryptocurrency.
Country has been going deeper and deeper into debt to record levels, 31 trillion of debt. So you know that none of this is good news, but have you connected the dots? So what is this going to mean for you? Why should you care? I'm going to connect those dots for you. So I'm going to give you a quick history lesson because this has happened before and we came out okay, but it's going to be different this time and I'm going to explain why. In the late 70s, inflation was running at 11%. So this put the US dollar system into jeopardy. So President Jimmy Carter, he saw this as an emergency. So he nominates Paul Volcker to become the chair of the Federal Reserve. Volcker takes office in 1979. Volcker, so he lets the interest rate go up to 20%. So imagine taking out a mortgage. Imagine taking out a mortgage with a 20% interest rate.
Damn.
So Volcker's bold move fixed inflation, but it came at the cost of a deep recession. So this created the worst recession since the Great Depression.
So similar to what's going on now, except inflation was way worse back then, right? But they put Volcker in office or put him in a position, and he was extreme about the interest rates, right? He did what he had to do to fix the problem. And that's what we're trying to do now. But will we have the same outcome? Are things the same? Is what he's saying pretty much. We got rugged, baby. Let's continue.
So imagine taking out a mortgage. Imagine taking out a mortgage.
I don't know what happened, but I just got rugged. My computer said, nah. But check this out.
With a 20% interest rate.
We back, baby.
So Volcker's bold move fixed inflation, but it came at the cost of a deep recession. So this created.
So that's a scenario we're in right now, right? That we could raise these interest rates like crazy, but it's going to create some sort of deep recession, which is fine, but that affects cryptocurrency, right?
The worst recession since the Great Depression. In the second quarter of 1980, the economy shrank by 7.9%. So there was a tidal wave of businesses going bankrupt. Unemployment was at 10%. However, 2 years later, inflation falls to 5%. Unemployment falls to 8%. 6 years later, inflation falls to 2%, and unemployment falls further to 6%. So we beat inflation back then by limiting the supply of money and letting interest rates go as high as 20%. So if you think that we did it back then, so we can do it again, that is not correct. It's not possible. So do you know why? It's because in 1980, the US government had $908 billion of debt. Today, the US government is in debt by $31 trillion.
Damn. Well, what do we do? You know, what is this? That kind of been, what the fuck is this? Omen Gaming Hub? Oh my gosh, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Is my computer being hacked right now? What is going on? That's a crazy increase in debt, right? Insane.
As a percentage of GDP, in 1980, the debt to GDP ratio was at 32%. Today, it's 137%. So the circumstances, they are different today because over the years, we've accumulated debts and now we're in a debt crisis. So the government, so this is basically what happens. The government, they spend more money than they have coming in. The government borrows money to make up the difference. So it doesn't take a mathematician to conclude that if you keep borrowing money like this, then it's going to cause a crisis. So you know that the rate of inflation is very high. So what are we doing right now to bring down inflation? We're raising interest rates. So just think about it like this. How hot is the housing market when the mortgage rates, when interest rates are at 6%? Do you think that home prices are going to keep on skyrocketing upwards when the mortgage rate goes to 9%? Do you think that businesses are going to take out loans to invest in equipment and expand their businesses when the interest rate for them to get a small business loan or to get a business loan is at 10%?
Running a business in the United States or anywhere is such a risky thing to do. And I always equate that to these small cryptocurrency projects who are starting off. Like it's so, what is the percentage of businesses that fail? Isn't it like 1 in 10, right? How many small businesses fail? 20% of new businesses fail during the first 2 years. This applies to smaller cap cryptocurrency projects, right? It's like where their intent.
Higher interest rates, they're going to slow down the economy. They're going to create less demand. There's going to be demand destruction, and inflation will come down. However, here's the problem. The US government is in debt by $31 trillion. So simply put, the US government, they owe a bunch of people a lot of money. Rich people, they own government debts. Corporations, foreign countries, pension funds, etc. So the US government, they have to make interest payments on their debts. If interest rates go up, the US government, they're going to have to make higher interest payments. So they are no exception. So do you think that China or Japan, they're going to be like, oh, you don't have to pay me interest, we're good? Do you think that corporations or rich people will be like, it's okay, just pay me back another time? Do you think that pension funds, they'll be like, we don't need to pay our retirees, they're going to be fine? So no, of course not. As interest rates go up, it's going to create a big problem for the federal governments. So just think about it like this. This is very straightforward. For every 1% increase in the interest rate, that's going to be an extra $310 billion in interest payments a year for the federal government.
Keep in mind the interest rates that are the interest rate hikes also apply to the U.S. government, and that's the reasoning for them not really keeping the interest rates high for too long, because they still have to raise the interest rates on the national debt. That's a disaster. So they have to start lowering those interest rates soon, within 6 months. So let's see.
So just use simple math. So you start off with 31 trillion in debt. So you're going to move the decimal place over 2 times to get you 1%. So 31 trillion, and then move it over once. That's 3.1 trillion, and then move it over again. That's $310 billion. So do you know how much $310 billion is? So let me put this into perspective for you. Last year in 2021, the federal government, they collected $4 trillion in income. 2 trillion came from individual income taxes. 1.2 trillion came from Social Security and Medicare taxes. 370 billion came from corporate taxes. The remainder, they came from excise, estates, and other taxes. So 4 trillion in total. Last year, the federal government, they spent $754 billion on national defense. So that's a good amount. That's about 19% of the money that they have coming in. In 2021, the federal government, they spent $352 billion to pay interests on their debts. So that's very little, relatively speaking. And that's possible when interest rates were at 0.25%, which is close to zero. Again, for every 1% increase in interest rates, the government, they're going to have to spend an extra $310 billion a year on interest. If the interest rate goes up by 1.5%, the federal government, they're going to be spending more money on their interest payments than on national defense. So just think about that. Let that sink in. Under Volcker, we had the flexibility to raise interest rates to 20% because the federal government had less debt. Now we have more debt, and that is no longer an option for us. So do you understand what I'm saying? The math, it doesn't work out.
That's kind of a huge deal, right? And the title of this is "The U.S. Debt Crisis Has Checkmated the Federal Reserve This Recession." Interesting.
Raising interest rates to 20%, that's not even on the table anymore. That is out of the question. If we raised interest rates to 20%, that would be over $6 trillion a year in interest expense alone. So raising interest rates to 10%, that is not even possible. That would mean 3.5 trillion in interest payments a year. And again, the government collects 4 trillion a year. If interest rates were 5%, the government would be spending half their money on interest payments alone. So that would leave very little money left over for Social Security, Medicare, defense, healthcare, social services, etc. The current interest rate set by the Federal Reserve, the Fed funds rate, is at 1.75%. They raised it 0.75% in June. So that's why I was saying that it was a big deal. The rate was at 0.25% last year. The Federal Reserve, they're trying to get the interest rate to 3.75% to stop inflation. But you have to remember that Volcker, he had to spike interest rates to 20% to stop inflation. And this time, we're supposed to get the job done with 3.75%. That's going to be difficult. So the sad thing is that even 3.75%, that would cause the federal government's interest payments to increase to $1.5 trillion. So that's double the amount that we would spend on national defense. And that would be 37% of what the government collects. So we kept just kicking this can down the road, and now we have a problem. So this is the reality of our situation. The Federal Reserve, they want to raise interest rates to 3.75% to get inflation down to 2%. But that journey, getting to 3.75%, that would cause a lot of pain and suffering. So let me ask you, do you know how this story ends? It's going to end by the Federal Reserve saying that our new inflation target is 4% instead of 2%. That is the most likely outcome. So you have to think about it. I mean, what choice does the government really have? Now, here's the problem with inflation by going down that path. If inflation is quoted at 4% by our governments, then the true rate of inflation, it would probably be somewhere around 7%. If you have inflation at 7%, then in 10 years, prices double. That's how the math works out. So
Damn.
imagine in 10 years that the price of everything doubles. Just think about how much you paid for your home. Think about how much you paid for your car, your groceries. How would you like it? How would you feel if prices doubled? If inflation keeps up at this rate, the ultra wealthy, they're going to become more rich. We saw this happen in 2021. The wealth gap between the rich and the poor will increase dramatically. And
what do you see in a lot of third world countries? What stands out the most? It's either you're extremely rich or you're either poor. Very small middle class. And what this is doing is really creating a bigger divide in a smaller middle class. So, yeah.
There's going to be instability and social unrest. So the Federal Reserve, they have two options here. The first option is it's to spike the interest rate up extremely high, just Volcker style. That's going to create a massive recession. That's going to create demand destruction, and inflation would get under control. It would be painful. It would be very painful, just like it was in the early 80s, but it'll be worse this time around. And the Federal Reserve, they're going to have to make the recession extreme and very quick, because the government would collapse if interest rates are high for an extended period of time, because of the math that I just walked you through. The second option is to say that our new inflation target is 4% now. If you go down this path, I mean, this would be economic suicide over an extended period of time. But either option, it's going to be a rough time ahead. And I want to give you three things to keep in mind over the next few years. The first one is that every year from here on out, more and more baby boomers, they're going to be retiring. So this is contributing to our labor shortage. So this is going to cause more wage inflation, which is going to increase overall inflation. The second thing is that every year, the federal government is continuing to spend more money than they have coming in. In this fiscal year, 2022, the federal government is expected to incur a $2 trillion deficit. So that's going to be another $2 trillion added to our national debts. And the third thing is, why do you think that 30 years ago, 20 years ago, that we could just print more money and not have inflation as a huge problem? That was because of globalization. So back in 1990, you could have someone in China go to work all day in a factory for $1 a day. So that cheap labor, it brought the price of goods down internationally. So today, I mean, just try today asking someone in China to work all day for $1 and see what the reaction is going to be like. They're going to be like, I drive a Tesla. What are you talking about? So times have changed. China is no longer the go-to lowest cost provider. Per capita income in China is now $10,000 a year. Mexico is at $9,000. Vietnam is at $2,200. But the problem is that you can't just all of a sudden just switch from China to Vietnam to be your new low-cost provider to keep prices down, because Vietnam does not have 1.4 billion people. So ultimately, we are in a new age. We have inflation, we have a debt crisis, and we have a shift from globalization to regionalization. So I'm not trying to scare you. I'm giving you the facts, and this is how the story will most likely unfold. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that this helps you understand the situation. I'm going to continue to keep you updated. So please.
If you're not subscribed to Clear Value Tax, go check him out. It's a bunch of no nonsense news. I like it. No BS. Put it in the chat right there. Check him out. Watch the video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. He's always killing it. That's a big deal, right? You got to talk about these sorts of things. And yes, the mainstream media never covers this stuff. Why? Because they don't care about it. You know, they don't care. It's not important. It's not important to the mainstream media. But this is real important stuff, you know? So that's actually a big deal. And that was the reasoning for, yes, okay, they can't keep raising interest rates forever because our government doesn't want to pay that much in interest rates. So that's why everyone's predicting that we're bullish in Q1 of next year. You know, that's why we're bullish because they have to lower the interest rates. And what happens? Everything's going to go nutty, right? And that includes cryptocurrency. So absolutely nutty. What's up, chat? What's up, chat? Chat's talking a lot. Yeah, but what you don't want in a country is either hyper rich and then right, super poor and no middle class. You need a middle class, right? So crazy, 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 crazy. Yeah, there is a lot of chips in Taiwan. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to go on with the entire world, but if you see the movie Don't Look Up, it kind of like, it's our country in a nutshell. Like the scenario is there's a huge meteor that was discovered heading towards Earth, and everyone has 6 months before impact. They like literally get the best scientists in the world to confirm this information. They try to talk to the president about it. The president's not trying to hear it at the time. It's a chick, right? She's more concerned about getting elected. You know what I mean? The midterms are coming up. They're more concerned about staying in power. That movie is actually so good depicting and portraying how things work out in the government and how politics really work. And literally they have to go on like a gossip show to get the word out about a meteor heading towards the Earth, and people only have 6 months to live. But no one really cares. No one wants to talk about it because it's not important. In fact, the biggest story at the time is like two of the top celebrities having a breakup. Yeah, Don't Look Up was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. I saw it last night, but I was like, damn, jeez. I'll be real, Rodney. I've become accustomed to these morning tax guy videos and money talks. This is a great part of the stream. Well, it's important, right? It's important. It's important. I mean, as much as we want to pretend like the what's going on in the world has nothing to do with cryptocurrency, it has everything to do with it, and we're cryptocurrency investors, so we got to look at that sort of thing, and we're trying to build generational wealth here. Working class is a new middle class. We already have the poverty class. It's crazy. But it's a good message. It's like our government really doesn't care. I mean, not our government, but our media, right? It's no, every time I watch like something that the president talks about or something, it's always a shot towards the other political party. Like, dude, we have real problems going on. Can we talk about those problems? Can we not just care about what the other side is doing for a second? How about we all work together towards one goal? And that's not to get reelected. That's to fucking save our damn country. And look at the DXY going crazy, right? The dollar is strong right now compared to other currencies. And if we're in trouble, what about the rest of the world? So, you know, I live to work and I work to live. I'm wanting to change that in the next 10 years. I have my plan, just need to stay focused. Yes. Yes. The rich get richer because what happens? They take advantage of these poor market conditions. They sit on the sidelines and they wait for the perfect buying opportunity. They're going to wait for this big fat crash and recession, and they're going to ape in. And what happens? The rich get richer. They get richer. Lucky for us, we are early crypto investors. Yeah, that's the point about being early in cryptocurrency, because look, there's no big regulation going on just yet. And once there is some sort of clear mass regulation, which it's going to happen in stable coins first, big institutions are going to feel more comfortable putting money into cryptocurrency. And the fact that you're in before the rest of the world is in, that's a big deal, right? Oh, guns out. Oh. you know What's up, John Patrick? How you doing? Yes, July 15th. We'll see what happens. Hey, Rodney, so the dollar is strong compared to everything else in the troubles, is in trouble, but America's in trouble. So who's got the money? What do you mean? Yeah, riding treadmills to create energy and paying to not have to watch ads. Black Mirror is a fire social status credit score. I haven't seen that Black Mirror thing. Next time you buy anything, see it as investing in that company and buying their product. You may change their mind on the purchase and save the money. Yeah, so keep that in mind, guys. I mean, Like, there's a lot of different ways to make money right now. Like, a lot of if you have a car, you can do DoorDash, you can do delivery services. Try to make as much extra money as you can, and try to save as much money as you can, so you can buy in when we have these crazy dips. Oh. Just get that money ready, you know. Keep that money ready, just in case. Man, I really want to show you guys this Meet Kevin video with Kevin O'Leary, because he talks about cryptocurrency, which I think it was fantastic. There's some good parts in it that I watched yesterday.
Hey everyone, welcome back.
Let me see if I can find it. It's a little snippet before we take
to
off
another
for the day.
Leave the industry much stronger. Yes, we must mourn scraping all
Here it
the
is.
Las Vegas. It's a lot of newbies, growth.
I want to hear from WonderFi and maybe how things are different with you.
You know, this is nothing new.
So in this part, they're talking about pretty much all the cryptocurrency products that have been taking a dump lately. Voyager, which I think they're recovering. I mean, they're restructuring. I know people like Abiz were able to get their money off their exchange, right? So, but Celsius and stuff like that. But Kevin O'Leary talks about what's going on with that.
The story of leverage. And so in every cycle, what happens is various actors, companies, take on more and more aggressive positions using leverage to goose returns, which is age-old. It works. It definitely works. Now, what you're going to find in this situation is many crypto operators, particularly lending platforms, have never operated it with such volatility before. So they were in the slow growth from Bitcoin, you know, almost a decade ago, from $800 all the way to 60,000. And all along the way, some of them became really aggressive in using leverage, which is the traditional hedge fund model. Now, what happens, and this happens in equities, it happens in bonds, it happens in real estate, it happens in crypto. Crypto's the Johnny-come-lately new asset class with a whole lot of newbies in it. You're going to see a whole series of these actors get crushed to zero over the next few months. In the contagion of leverage being caught offside with the lack of liquidity. Voyager is not that big a deal. It's kind of irrelevant in terms of, you know, this is a diversified shareholder base. It's not FDIC insured in any way, so it's not putting any stress on the government systems in any way. All the shareholders should consider themselves educated, no different than when you go to Las Vegas, put it all on black, and it's red, you lose. And that's exactly what's happened here. But the great news about this and why this is so good for the market and how this helps the crypto market is it educates the business models that aren't going to work. So it's like taking a big spatula from the sky and scraping all the crap out of the market. And it's going to happen very, very quickly. So anything that was built on, you know, a business model that is not going to work or can't sustain volatility is going to be gone, and it's a good thing. It's a wonderful thing. It's going to leave the industry much stronger. Yes, we must mourn the investors that got wiped out to zero, but even they are better off in the sense that they've been educated.
So how do you know what's safe? Kevin O'Leary, what do you look for in a company to know? Because Voyager was a public company. We could look at their statements and their filings from March 31st, and we see, well, they had money, and the CEO in interviews told us, hey, we only lend to qualified institutions, or we lend the bulk of our money to large institutions. One of them ended up being Three Arrows Capital, where they lended 33 cents out of every dollar they lent to, who got completely wiped out. So how do we protect ourselves even with public financials?
You own crypto without leverage, and you understand.
Did you hear that, you little degenerates? You own crypto without leverage. You damn degenerates. It's okay. Don't be borrowing when you don't got it, you know?
your counterparty risk. Don't worry. By the time all the litigation is over from all these bankruptcies, you'll know everything about everybody. Lawyers are really good at doing that. And there'll be tons of class action, if not just straight on litigation, to go after any assets they can get. And that is sort of, when a fish dies in the ocean, it goes to the bottom, and that protein is reprocessed by slugs. And I'm not saying lawyers are slugs. They have more than single cell proteins, but they know how to get the last drop of any value there.
And there's already class action lawsuits coming out in some states against Voyager. I mean, people are going to get their money, They're
going to get it. It's going to take 5 to 7 years, but all of this is good. So when I hold crypto, and I know it's very volatile, I have zero leverage in any of my positions, because I know tomorrow morning I could wake up down 38% in any token, any coin, any project. And really, that's exactly what's happened. So, but if you put on leverage, you learn the very, very important lesson. You go to zero.
And that's important, right? We understand in the cryptocurrency market that, when we invest into these projects, it's so volatile. Like seeing 30% swings in a day, 10% swings in a day. It's like, it's not normal. It's not normal. So it's an emotional thing for us. And the crazy thing with that is that sometimes we see 100% pumps in a week often, right? With some of our favorite cryptocurrency projects. Of course, not right now. I mean, there are some like Paysabase that are doing that, but we see these crazy swings when we invest, and it's very interesting. It's very interesting, right? So, but what happens when you when you have leverage, right? When you take on leverage, I mean, once you get liquidated, you get wrecked, right? So, insane.
Ben, I want to ask you, how are you different at WonderFi? How are you not lending to hedge funds like Three Arrows Capital? Or if you are, how do you vet them differently?
So that was what I wanted to show you guys from this. This is 38 minutes. I'm going to put this in the description now. Go watch this. Go watch this. It's very good. Now, I know that Meet Kevin, to me, has become a little more commercial, and it's kind of honestly, I prefer clear value tax, but Meet Kevin he posts so much. There's so much content, and it is clickbaity. And yes, he is trying to sell his program, but I still think he has good intentions. It's just like it plays with your emotions, But he's a YouTuber at heart, in my opinion, he's a YouTuber at heart. And Clear Value Tax is kind of a guy who is just he is a YouTuber, but like not that way. You know what I mean? So he works the clickbait game. First of all, this is hilarious. So one of the senators twerks for votes. Check this out.
Well, dang it, folks. Now I know why I never made it in politics. Apparently, you have to stoop to such low levels that you have to treat your constituents like total idiots who are going to vote for you only if you get on your head and twerk for them on a beach. Yes, that's exactly what a senator from Rhode Island is doing. The same senator, by the way, who introduced this particular bill right here. This bill would teach sexual education based on pleasure-based sexual relations. That's right, folks. Not true relationship-based, not science-based, not safety-based, but pleasure-based sex ed. And so rightfully so, there has been a lot of backlash on Twitter from folks saying you have such low expectations of the Black community that you believe it makes sense for a politician to twerk on social media for votes. Another person writes, this video is disgusting. Someone says it's a bad look for somebody attempting to be taken seriously. It's also extremely disturbing that people would want somebody who conducts and represents themselves in this way. Somebody goes, this is just a trashy video. Have some class. To which, of course, the senator responds with, I forgot the Supreme Court owns my body. Sorry for twerking. Well, dang it.
So stupid. So stupid, right? What's up, over 9,000? How you doing, bro? So stupid. Right? Isn't that insane? Isn't that absolutely nutty? Let me just twerk for votes. You know what I mean? God damn. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Absolutely insane. Not really, Biz. Not really. I mean, depends what you call it, fail, right? The major ones have not, actually. They've actually been doing okay. I mean, there's been a bunch of like fear, uncertainty, and doubt around them. Oh, they're cutting people or this, or that. But no, it seems like all of them are kind of fine. So yeah, it's kind of crazy what that thing do, Senator. Yeah, I'm liking how the market's going to look after after everything kind of everything goes back to normal. Why are DJ's comments disappearing? What the fuck? Yeah, so gee, something's up with my YouTube settings. Sometimes YouTube just does that. I don't know why. Because DJ just DM'd me saying that his comments are disappearing. YouTube be tripping sometimes like that. I have no clue why. Missions. Da, 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 da. Racy. Yeah, I don't know why, DJ. That's weird. All right, guys. I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will be streaming on my other channel today. If you're into the men's self-help, all that good stuff, we'll be streaming on that. Oh, if you want to find that out, I'll put a link in the description right now if you want to check that out. But thank you guys so much. Not in the description, I'll put it in the chat. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate you guys. You've been absolutely fantastic. About some content later on today. I think I want to react to that OneCoin scam, or the OneCoin scam. You know what I mean? That's a really good scam. Really good. It tricked a lot of people. And if you look at every cycle, there are scams like this that happen, right? So you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Do something crazy. Peace to the motherfucking Middle East. Grab some elbow grease. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.